Hey, Browns fans! We're here with the latest news just for you. But before we dive into today's hot topic, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any of the latest Browns news. Your support means the world and keeps us bringing you the best content as we gear up for the new season. Alright, let's get started. The 2024 NFL season is right around the corner, and we're all excited for the Browns to take on the Dallas Cowboys in Week 1. But before we get too far ahead, there's been some buzz about a potential blockbuster trade that has some fans talking Deshaun Watson possibly reuniting with his former teammate DeAndre Hopkins here in Cleveland. Now, you may have seen this idea floating around, courtesy of Bleacher Report's Alex Ballentine, who put together a list of bold trade predictions ahead of the start of the 2024 NFL season. And guess what? One of those predictions involves Hopkins leaving the Tennessee Titans to join the Browns. Sounds exciting, right? Especially when you think about Watson and Hopkins shining together in Houston in 2018 and 2019. But wait, Browns fans, let's break this down before we start dreaming about touchdown celebrations. Yes, the idea of adding another 1,000-yard receiver to our roster is appealing. Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy are already a formidable duo, and adding Hopkins to the mix? That could be something special. But there are some big questions that need answering. First, why would the Titans be willing to part with a guy like Hopkins when the season is about to start? Sure, Tennessee is in rebuilding mode, and Hopkins is in the final year of his contract, but trading a potential 1,000-yard receiver on the eve of Week 1 isn't exactly a smart move for them. They may be rebuilding, but they still need to put up points, and Hopkins is a key piece of that puzzle. Second, what exactly would the Browns have to give up to make this trade happen? That's where things get complicated. Ballentine's prediction doesn't go into detail, and that's a big red flag. Trades like this don't come cheap, and you have to wonder if the Browns are willing to give up the draft picks or players it would take to bring Hopkins to Cleveland. The idea of getting him for nothing is bold, sure, but also pretty unrealistic. So, should the Browns go all in on a trade for DeAndre Hopkins? On paper, it sounds like a dream scenario. Watson and Hopkins had incredible chemistry in Houston, and bringing that magic to Cleveland could be the missing piece to take our offense to the next level. But with Week 1 just days away, it's hard to see the Titans making a move that could potentially weaken their roster without getting a serious return. Now, I want to hear from you, Browns fans. Do you think the Browns should make a move for Hopkins? Would it be worth the price, or do you think our current wide receiver core is strong enough to get the job done? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. The Browns have been making some serious moves this offseason, and we're all optimistic as we head into Week 1. The addition of Jerry Jeudy to the wide receiver room has added some much-needed firepower, and with key players returning from injuries, we're starting the season healthier and more prepared than ever. But here's the thing. While the Browns have made some significant upgrades, there's a growing sense that we may still be a few pieces away from being truly Super Bowl contenders. Enter Davante Adams. According to recent reports from Jeff Howe of The Athletic, veteran wide receiver Davante Adams could become available for a mid-season trade. The Raiders are expected to struggle this year, and with Gardner Minshew as their number 1 QB, they'll likely be looking to rebuild. That means moving on from Adams, who, despite being 31 years old, is still one of the best receivers in the game. Just look at his stats from the past 2 seasons: 203 receptions, 2,660 yards, and 22 touchdowns. Even in a dysfunctional Raiders offense, Adams continues to dominate. So why would the Raiders trade him? It's simple. They need to maximize their draft assets to find a franchise quarterback, and Adams, who is still worth an early-round pick, likely won't be around when the Raiders are ready to make a playoff push. By trading him, they could take $17.5 million off their books, which would be a smart move for a team looking to rebuild. Now, let's talk about what this could mean for the Browns. We all know that Amari Cooper's future in Cleveland is uncertain, and while Elijah Moore and Jerry Jeudy have shown promise, neither has proven to be a solid WR2. Bringing in Adams could be the big move that takes the Browns over the top. Imagine Watson throwing to Adams, one of the best receivers in the game, alongside Jeudy and Moore. That's the kind of firepower that could make us a true Super Bowl contender. GM Andrew Berry has shown that he's not afraid to make bold moves to put the Browns in a position to win now, and this could be another one of those moves. Sure, it might cost us an early round pick, but if it gets us that much closer to a Super Bowl, isn't it worth it? But I want to hear from you, Browns fans. Do you think the Browns should go all in on a trade for Davante Adams if he's available? Is this the move that could take us from playoff hopefuls to Super Bowl favorites? As we gear up for the 2024 NFL season, all eyes are on Garrett as he prepares to take the field against the Dallas Cowboys in Week 1. But it's not just about getting that first win of the season. Garrett is also on the brink of making NFL history. With just 11.5 sacks, he's set to become the youngest player in league history to reach 100 sacks. That's right, Browns fans, we're potentially witnessing history in the making. Now, let's break it down. Garrett has been a dominant force in the NFL since he entered the league, consistently racking up sacks year after year. Over the last 4 seasons, he hasn't dipped below 12 sacks a season. In fact, in 2 of those years, he recorded a staggering 16 sacks, and just last season, he added another 14 to his total. So, how likely is it that he'll hit that 11.5 sack mark this year? If history is any indicator, it's not just likely, it's practically inevitable, as long as he stays healthy. At just 28 years old, Garrett still has plenty of prime football ahead of him. He'll turn 29 in December, and with the way he's been playing, who knows? We might even see him chase down Bruce Smith's legendary 200-sack record by the time his career is over. That's the kind of talent we're talking about here, a once-in-a-generation player leading our defense and making life miserable for opposing quarterbacks. It's no secret that the Browns have had one of the best defenses in the NFL over the past few seasons, and Garrett has been a huge part of that success. His ability to disrupt offenses, pressure the quarterback, and make game-changing plays has been a cornerstone of what makes this team so formidable. And with the 2024 season upon us, there's every reason to believe that Garrett will continue to be the defensive anchor we've come to rely on. But here's the thing, while Garrett is undoubtedly chasing personal milestones, you know he's all about the team. He wants that Super Bowl just as much as we do, and his individual success only adds fuel to the fire as the Browns aim for greatness this year. So, Browns fans, what do you think? Can Myles Garrett make history this season and reach that 100-sack milestone? And more importantly, do you believe this could be the year we see both Garrett's personal success and the Browns team's success come together for something truly special? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot more Browns content coming your way, and you won't want to miss a single update. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Browns!